यहाँ पे हम लेफ्ट में, हाँ लेफ्ट से शुरू करिए मैम।
Now here, ma'am here.
मैम इस साइड मैम
Now here.
लेफ्ट में।
मैडम वेट मैडम। थैंक यू मैम।
वेट अरे बैल आदमी, हाँ लेके जा लेके जा
हाँ और आइए थोड़ा आइए।
एक काम करना लेके जा।
सेंटर में ले लिया।
अरे बैल आदमी, एक फेस पे लाइट ज़्यादा आ रही, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है।
मैडम थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू।
मैम इधर इस साइड यार। मैम इधर इस साइड वेट। भाई हट जा। अरे भाई हट जा। अरे पर्सनल है तो हट जा, बाद में ले लेना। हाँ बोल रहे देख सामने।
अरे भाई तो हाथ तो नीचे कर। जा भाई
देख
क्या मैम राइट। थैंक यू।
हाँ लेने दो उसको। एक स्टेप आगे। मैडम
right side, right side.
Wait, madam, wait. Wait, ma'am, wait. परी जी, look here, परी जी, यहाँ पे परी जी, मैडम look here, परी जी, परी मैम, मैडम look here, परी जी यहाँ पर, परी जी, मैडम, 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 yes, मैडम, जरा पूछाओ ना.
Niti Chopra! Come on, a huge shout out for Pariniti Chopra, everybody! Make some noise! Oh my god. Pariniti, you have this whole new glow on your face. This is the mommy glow. And we are so excited to have you here with us. Acha, by any chance, Pariniti, do you like surprises? No, it won't be a shocker. You don't get in a nutshell. I'm sure there have been a lot more nuances. But Pariniti, hope you like this surprise. And now it's time to connect with the brand that weaves us all together. Let's watch the journey of Prega News. Let's have a look. And joining him is a very vibrant and dynamic personality who's a mom herself and has been leading the brand from last 14 years. Let's please give it up for the very gorgeous Miss Gunjan Virmani, Assistant General Manager. And of course, our prettiest. What a cute smile on her face all the time. Give it up for the Pariniti Chopra, everyone! We would request the team to kindly extend a special felicitation for Pariniti. Our leadership team. Thank you so much, Mankind team. Pariniti, please have a seat. It's so much for joining us here. You look absolutely gorgeous and super cute, I would say. Very.
I look like a cupcake.
No, you don't.
I do.
You look very, very
I'm going to
pretty.
eat a pink cupcake today.
Okay, so what is the mood right now? Because I'm going to be questioning you. There'll be a lot of questions around pregnancy, motherhood. So the mood is like, bring it on, or maybe I'll decide later if I want to answer.
My mood is always bring it on.
Bring
Don't you
it
guys,
on.
Like, know that. Always on.
So firstly, congratulations for embracing this whole new chapter, whole new journeys in this life. And
Thank you.
you've just given birth to a wonderful, cute little baby boy, Neer.
Yeah.
We adore him, firstly. Congratulations to the entire family.
Thank you.
So this is more like Rendezvous with Pariniti Chopra. Come on, let's start
I'm
with an
on, Fred.
applause.
I'm on.
Loudest one.
I'm taking back the cushion.
Yeah,
Hold
please, whenever you feel
That
like.
cake.
You can use
You guys
this one
feel me.
also.
Huh?
You can use this one also
Nice.
in case
Thank
you
you.
feel like. Okay, so first up, Pariniti, like we've all heard our mothers saying, "Jab maa banoge, tab samjhoge," right?
Oh, yeah.
We
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Do we all agree? We've kept hearing all this. So, what has been your takeaways from it now that you're a mother yourself? Do you relate to all that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I think my biggest learning and realization is that we all are stronger than we think. I mean, I was that girl who used to say, I have to have my 10 hours sleep, you know. I think I've cumulatively slept 10 hours in the last 8 months and I'm fine. You know, I feel like whether it's the pregnancy itself, the birth, the delivery, the postpartum, you don't know you had that kind of strength in you. I didn't know I had that kind of strength. And that's why they say, like, you know, because God couldn't be everywhere, you know, he made mothers. I'm not saying this about myself. I just feel like moms are superhuman. They are not human. So yeah, that was the bit. So I understand what my mom said because my mom did her motherhood, like the start of it, 30, 40 years ago, in completely different circumstances. And the respect just goes up because you realize how tough they had it. So yeah, shout out to my strong mom. And I realize it in every one of you, whoever has had babies. I know it's most of you. I mean, you all know it. You guys are stronger than we thought before.
So
Right?
I think it's cheers to the strong, the brave selves that we all have inside,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
It's the strength and the resilience that we all have.
Yeah.
So, okay, Pariniti, next up. You know, when you're pregnant, everybody would agree. There's a lot of gyan from outside. Ye mat khao, ye aise mat karo, rest and do this, do that. And you know, so many things. So, what is your personal take on that? What truly matters the most during pregnancy? Nutrition, emotional support, family, mental peace, or something entirely different?
I only took advice from 2 sources. One was my doctor, and the second was ChatGPT, who was actually my main doctor. I don't know how I would have done a pregnancy if ChatGPT didn't exist. I swear to God. But yeah, you're right. Like, especially in our country, we are just culturally rooted. You know, we're with elders all the time. Of course, they have gone through their own pregnancy journeys. Everybody has advice. But I'm super lucky. My mom's side, as well as Raghav's side, my in-laws side, they are the most chill, relaxed people. They really, you know, they really give you the space to do your own thing. They almost spoil you too much. Like sometimes you have to be like you have to scold me at some point. But you know, there was just too much of freedom. There was just only love and support and positivity. And I think that's why I could, you know, I today think of that time in a very positive way. It's because of my elders. So I didn't have any unsolicited advice. I know there are a lot of people who have a very different experience, and I want to say to them that ultimately nobody knows you, your pregnancy, and your baby better than you, yourself, your husband, and your doctor. There is no fourth person in this equation, biologically, emotionally, culturally. So it's best to ask for advice from people you trust, but you have to do what you know you are built to do, and your doctor. There shouldn't be anybody else.
That's so wonderful to hear. And Pariniti, I've done a lot of homework on you, I must tell you.
On me?
Yes. So in some of your session, I think you were probably inaugurating something. You just mentioned that the pregnancy felt like a whole community thing. And you know, you didn't have to go through all that all by yourself.
No.
Maybe just throw a little light on that.
It's all because of my husband. Raghav made that environment for me. I think we also had a lot of conversations before. We talk a lot about things, and the moment the pregnancy started, he was the one who took charge. He like sat both families down, and even like with every doctor visit, he was like, we need to do this for her, and like he almost spoiled me. He was equally spoiling me, equally scolding me if I was doing anything wrong. So I give all the credit to him. He created that environment in which I could like bloom. And he, most importantly, he kept my mental health in check, you know. There can be so
Very
many
important.
ups and downs, but he was just there, you know, like he was just like, what's the problem? There's no problem. Relax. So I think I just didn't have to do anything. At the most, like, rudimentary level, I didn't have to do anything because of him. He just created that environment for me.
I think that absolutely changes the mental space when you know
Yeah.
he's there.
He brought everybody together, and he had a very busy year, and even when he was not available, he was like a manager. He would station people with me, either friends or family or somebody or the other. He was really like, I think I gave him all the credit. You can't do it alone. He didn't let me do it alone.
So, how has the motherhood journey been for you till date? Because it's just started for you.
Oh, I'm having a blast. I don't know. How are you guys? Any very, very new moms here? I don't know how. I'm 8 months old into it.
There are mommies to be also.
Oh,
here.
fab. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. I'm having a blast. I don't know. I feel like mentally I was prepared. I had the baby when I was ready. So was Raghav. So anything that comes up, we're just doing it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but we're just treating everything as positive, fun, meditative.
And you're doing it as a team.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That is like, I'm here today and he's at home. So that's how it works. He's at work, I'm at home. But like I said again, like, I think that being mentally ready is very important. Sometimes when you have a baby, when you're not ready, everything can feel tough. Everything can turn into resentment. Everything can feel more emotional. You're anyway going through so much. So I think we chose to have a baby at the time when we were totally ready. So, we're able to kind of enjoy it to the best we can, touch wood.
Chalo, that's such a wonderful thing to feel and say. Okay, so now let's take you to the flashback now, how we do it in Bollywood films.
Okay.
पीछे से start करते हैं.
Huh.
So, since Prega News is the only leading brand for pregnancy detection,
Yeah.
tell us honestly, how many times did you confirm those 2 pink lines, and did you also use Prega News by any chance?
I mean, what else will we use? I don't know any other brand in the market. I'll actually have to find out.
And how many times did you confirm it? ऐसे होता है ना, first time believe नहीं हो रहा, check करो, like that.
That's personal information.
Okay, all right. So, as we all know that infertility rate is on an all-time high, considering age, lifestyle factors, and a lot of other factors. Do you think that it is important to track ovulation?
1000%. I think tracking ovulation is the whole game. I just feel like there can be a lot of frustration and a feeling of rejection with couples who keep trying without planning. And ovulation tracking can really change the whole game. Knowing your, fertile windows reduces the frustration, reduces the failure level, reduces, increases your chance of success. And I think that can make that starting of the journey much easier. So I'm team tracking ovulation.
Perfect. And I'm sure we are all aware that Prega News has also launched OVA News Ovulation Detection Kit, which helps you identify the 5 best days to get pregnant.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Pariniti, today consumers are increasingly looking for smarter, more convenient and mess-free healthcare solutions. And we're also seeing advanced pregnancy detection technologies entering the market. Okay, so as someone who connects strongly with the modern women, how do you think innovations like Prega News Advance can help make the pregnancy testing experience more comfortable, reliable, and convenient for consumers? Just your take on that.
Your question is the answer. I mean, the more advanced, I mentioned before, our own moms, our grandmoms have done pregnancies in a whole different world. We're living in a modern world, and all these tools can just help make the process easier for us. Pregnancy is a huge moment in your life. Delivery, labor, your entire life changes from that day onwards. At least the start of the journey can be efficient, can be narrowed down to that 1 or 2 days. The detection can be so fast, like you said. No stress of going to the doctor immediately. You can, find out in the comfort of your home. It's all positive. And so
Right.
there's nothing for me to say. Like I said, your question is the answer.
All right, very well
Yeah.
said. So, Pariniti, I'm sure, when you get to know that there is good news and that you're pregnant, there is plethora of emotions that you go through, right? And if you're okay sharing this, we'd really like to hear, how did you share this good news with your partner, Mr. Raghav, and the entire family? Did you break the news together, or how was it like for you?
There was no breaking the news to him. He was part of the process. He knew. So there was no revealing. It, it kind of, it was a secret from him. So sorry, like I don't have that big reveal moment.
And the,
So
and the entire family?
that's also private.
Okay, all right. And now that you're hosting these mom talks, we
Yeah.
absolutely love that. It's really, really cute. And you also mentioned that it happened to you at the perfect time and, in this phase of your life. So, was this journey inspired by something deeply personal, or did motherhood change your perspective in ways you didn't expect?
No, I'm actually loving doing this show. I'm hosting a show called Mom Talks, and I am speaking to a lot of celebrity parents, new-ish parents. Sometimes they have 5-year-olds also, so new-ish. But I'm having such important conversations about these myths that exist in our society when we're pregnant or we're breastfeeding, or how to feed the baby, and like how to not eat rajma kyunki bacche ko gas ho jayega, so we're kind of breaking these kind of myths on the show, and it's so much fun because every guest comes from their own family setup and they tell us these crazy stories of what happened to them. And it's so nice to be able to sit with experts sometimes and just say, don't do all this. It is not needed. Just take it easy. Just focus on your health and the health of your baby. Don't worry about these societal, myths and craziness. Honestly, there's sometimes just no science to it, and you're just forcing that poor mother to live a life that she doesn't want to. And it doesn't stop there. It keeps on going when you're bringing up the baby, and then you're feeding, and then going to school, and just everything. So yeah, this show came at a perfect point in my life because I'm in the middle of all that, and I come from a family where none of this exists. So it's great to be able to say, that's bullshit, that's crazy, don't do this, don't do that, just relax, and I'm feeling like a lot of people are now coming up to me saying, I showed this clip to my family, and I've stopped doing this thing. And that's the success for me, to be able to kind of make it more positive for everyone, the experience of motherhood. So yeah, I'm loving doing this show.
Okay. So, talking about all positive things, did you have any positive cravings or some weird cravings during pregnancy? Because
I
think,
actually-
by default, Punjabis are foodies also, right?
Yeah, of course. No, I actually was only craving like really good homemade food. And every day I would think कि आज मैं कुछ interesting order करती हूँ, बनवाती हूँ. And just looking at that junk and outside ka food used to make me crazy. So I ended up eating only home food. So I had reverse craving. I had no craving, It's very boring. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you some spicy answer.
No, I
But
think-
I didn't have this. In fact, it used to turn me off, outside food.
But I think a lot of our mothers would agree that most of them had no cravings at all.
Yeah, there you are, right? Everybody who asked me, तो क्या craving हुआ? And I used to be like, मुझे क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? I would get
Is it
stressed.
normal?
I swear I asked my doctor because I was also that girl. So I was like, there's no craving. Is there a problem? Anyway. Let's not get into my craziness.
All right. So, talking about cravings, did you feel comfortable in your body throughout pregnancy time, and you had this wonderful, very graceful maternity shoot.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. So relatable. It was so graceful. How was that journey of the entire pregnancy and being comfortable in the body, because you being an actor?
I have never felt uncomfortable in any shape, size, anything. And it's just because we give it more importance than we should. We should just worry about being healthy. Size, shape, color does not matter. You should just worry about your health, live a healthy life, and do what you feel like. If you feel like your body is not going to change after pregnancy, I'm ready to break that myth to you. There will be changes. You can hope for minimal changes if that's what you want for yourself, but you are creating an entire human being. That is not a small feat. So you can be your healthiest, but you should be proud of every scar that comes onto your body. To me, every little scar is a reminder of my baby, and I love it. I'm like, oh my God, this happened because my baby came into this world. So I love it. It's a reminder. It's like, I have this scar on my knee, and I remember that, many years ago, I had a small little fall, and, this is the reason I have this scar on my knee. So how is any other scar, size, change in tummy shape, arm shape, how is that different? And how does it not make you excited because it reminds you of your baby? So I just feel we've completely interpreted it in a negative way. It should be a beautiful reminder. You've done something that your husband didn't do, nobody else did. You did this incredible thing, and you have battle scars to show for it. You should be smiling every time you look at yourself. Don't you love your baby? These are reminders of that baby. Like, how can it be anything else? I find it crazy that the world has created this negative perception for this amazing thing women do. So I don't even have time to answer this rubbish. Yeah.
So I think hence it's truly said that wear your scars like a medal and own it.
They are a medal. They are a medal. What do you mean? We run a stupid 100-meter race and we get a medal. Guess what you all did? Created a human being, breastfed that human being from your own body. Others were just watching. So it's not like a medal. It is a medal, guys. Please, we need to fix the mindsets. Oh, it makes me sick. Anyway.
Yes. So, okay, moving on. We've spoken about overwhelming, chaotic, adventurous, exciting, a lot of things. So probably that's precisely what motherhood is in a nutshell then.
Of course. It's everything. And guess what? The men never get to experience it. Like, we are blessed that only we get to experience the biological process of the whole thing. They are there in support, and of course they are the fathers, but we have an experience that cannot be explained in words. It's a crazy thing.
Yes, so I'd like to counter this with this, that you being an accomplished actor, because you play plethora of characters.
Yeah.
So you sometimes have to put on, lose weight, and as we all know,
Yeah,
that for Chamkila, you had to put on so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
weight. So was that one of the reasons that helped you with being comfortable in your own body during pregnancy? That you always know that I'm an actor, I can put on, I can lose weight, or the priority absolutely changes that time? And this motherhood, all of a sudden, the mamta ekdam se aa jati andar. What happens?
If you're not comfortable in your own body, whose body are you going to be comfortable in? You have just the one. It's all about your perception. Again, I don't even think in this way. Like I said, again, I'm going to repeat myself. You've done such a big thing in your life. There is going to be something to show for it. You have all those changes in your body because you were nourishing the baby inside. And there is just no other way you should see it. It's got nothing to do with what my career was or not. our mindsets have to change, our reactions have to change. We do the smallest thing. We go out in the sun, our skin tans. Do you like sit and cry about it? You went into the sun, it will tan. You had a pregnancy, different bodies are going to do different things. Somebody's going to put on a lot of fat, somebody's going to have stretch marks. Maybe you did have some sort of medical hangover from the pregnancy. Something is going to change. Maybe you'll lose your hair. Maybe, I don't know, something will happen to you. But that's because your body is doing a lot of things, man. It was working 24/7 even while you were sleeping to create that baby. So we have to be positive about it. And it's not delusional at all, I swear. I mean what I say.
Precisely, that's why we love you even more, Pariniti. You're so real, you're authentic, and you're so relatable. And you know,
No,
You're
I just
fearless
want
and
everybody
authentic.
to chill. Like everybody, like really worries too much about things, and you really mustn't. At some point, whenever you're ready, you don't like something about your body. Fine, let's work on it. You don't like the extra fat. Let's go to the gym. You don't like your stretch marks. Great, let's work with a lot of products in the market. You don't like your hair fall? Let's eat better. We'll make our hair growth better. Let's just be practical about what's happened in your life and let's not like add emotional baggage. That's all.
so you come across as a very bindas, very chilled out person. Are you the same as a mother also? Or like thoda sa vigilant and ye kya ho raha hai, ye kya? Are you like
No,
your
no.
panic button?
No, I'm a tigress when it comes to motherhood.
Protecting the kid.
Yeah. That's not different from any other mom. So I don't want to say मैं ऐसे करती हूँ. I think everybody is a tigress with their babies.
Okay. So we have a lot of working women. I think women have become more independent than ever before. And they are handling work as well as family.
Yeah.
Somewhere we have felt that there's been a hidden guilt inside women
Yeah.
that they feel that, you know, oh shit, if I do extra work, will it impact my kid or will the family feel left out?
Yeah.
So do you have anything to say about
Yeah.
that?
No, definitely mom guilt is real for sure. You don't feel like you want to do anything else other than take care of your baby. And fathers feel it too. Fathers also have a lot of dad guilt. My personal opinion is that I'm at a stage in my life where if it is even worth 1 second of me leaving my baby, I will do that. But if it comes in the way of any sort of time, sacrifice in my motherhood journey, I won't work. Because this is my full focus priority. I chose to bring this human into this world, and my entire responsibility is towards him. And nothing should come in the way of that. So, my personal thing is, I will balance it the way that it works best for my baby. And when I feel like I can do X, Y, Z and it still impacts my baby in a positive way, I'll do that. But this is true for me. Everybody has to make their own choices.
I think you've already answered the next question also. I was about to ask you, did you have any kind of FOMO during that phase? Because you must have had to step back from work.
Yeah.
And a lot of meaty roles must have been offered that time. So did you feel, oh my God, you know, I'm missing on to work, or motherhood became the priority that time and you like,
No,
let me
I'm
enjoy
not
this
a
phase.
FOMO kind of person. I'm a full JOMO person. I'm very happy to not be called for something. I'm happy at home. So I didn't feel any FOMO. And especially during this time, I didn't feel it because, like I said earlier, I was ready for this journey and I was all into it. So I was fully focused in that time for what I was doing. So no FOMO, nothing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, any advice that you'd like to give to the mothers who feel very pressurized that they need to do it all, and maybe to a lot of young mothers here, and you know, maybe mothers to be, anything you'd like to say to them?
Oh, I'm not in a position. You give me advice. I'm too new into this. But look, I'm the kind of person who will say, please do what feels right to you and your family, your husband, your baby. let nobody advise you or force you or negatively advise you for anything. You must do what is right for you, nothing else.
Okay, and the last question of this segment. Maybe the questions must have felt very hard. We'll move to a very fun segment, I promise, after this. Last
Okay.
one. Only if you wish to answer.
Yeah.
So, postpartum is something people don't really openly talk about. They're not very vocal about it, considering, it takes a toll on your mental, physical, and emotional health. Would you like to share something about that? Maybe about the journey that you had gone through, and how did you find yourself during that phase?
No, I just have a thought on postpartum, and this is something that I'm also speaking about in my show.
Okay.
So I'll say that I feel like postpartum is not discussed enough in a professional setting. I feel like we put a lot of focus on the pregnancy, on the delivery, and types of delivery, and what happens. And the moment the baby is born, medically speaking, the woman is just left to ab kar lo tum apna. And I feel like postpartum sometimes is way more sensitive than the pregnancy itself. You're dealing with the baby, you're new at it, you don't know what to do. It's so exhausting, it's so hormonally, there are crashes, there's so much happening. I just feel that there can be way more professional help out there in the market. I feel there should be postpartum specialty doctors that you can consult. We have lactation consultants and pediatricians that are given for the well-being of the baby, but I feel like there should be special doctors or help to take care of the woman in these early months. I feel like it's not completely missing, but it's not as much as I would like, because I feel like that's the most difficult part of having a baby. So yeah, my appeal would be if we can all come together and help each other, have more conversations about this, and talk to new mothers much more, because that's all they need. Just a lot of emotional support during that time. So like I said, it's something I truly feel for, and I hope it improves as time goes by.
So basically, your advice on this would be to, stand for each other, be there.
Be there for each other. Definitely speak a lot to your partner, husband, your family. I think those conversations change everything. There's a lot of pressure on women to kind of perform.
And maybe talk to ChatGPT also at times.
ChatGPT is number one.
That's like our unpaid therapist, I would say.
I'm paying because I need this ChatGPT in my life. No.
We all do,
Now
I guess.
everybody will say, तुम लोग गलत headline लिखोगे अब, मुझे पता है. मुझे दिख रहा है पीछे. मुझे दिख रहा है तुम लोग सब ये चैट जीपीटी ये होने वाला है, मुझे सब पता है.
But we all do that, don't we? Like for everything, we like.
No, it's too good. I love it.
It is.
Yeah.
We all agree to that. Okay, now let's move to a little more relaxed, fun segment, just like you, like how you are, totally chilled out and bindas.
Okay.
And you have this card here?
Oh,
Yes. You can pick it up, Parinidhi, but we request you to prompt your answer, like a yes or a no. I'm sure everybody is aware of this game, Never Have I Ever.
she's like,
Ideally,
I have
we
it.
play it with drinks,
Yeah.
but we'll do that later. But everybody, there is a card placed on your tables. Can you raise it for us? Yes. So, although the entire audience, you need to mark a yes or a no if you can relate to it, if you've ever done that. If you've not done that, just leave it blank, okay? We're all in unison for this? Perfect. But Parinidhi, we'll request the answer from your side. Maybe short, sweet, crisp?
Okay, the ones I can answer.
Yeah, okay, these are fun questions. So, never have I ever fallen asleep.
I want the moms to play this. I will watch and learn. Go for
But
it.
we want you also.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
you can just
Yeah,
answer us.
okay.
Okay, yes or no. Never have I ever fallen asleep while feeding my baby.
What? That's the best time to sleep.
The baby sleeps? Parinidhi, how about you? No? Yes?
I have.
Yes. So you just say yes or no. That's it. We'd
Okay.
like that. Okay. Never have I ever cried for the same reason my baby was crying. That's so cute. Okay. Okay, so whatever you feel like. Never have I ever forgotten what day of the week it was.
Always, even before.
Yes,
I
Mom?
never know the day.
Okay, so most of us agree. Never have I ever taken a shower in record time because the baby might wake up anytime.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Yeah, okay. Never have I ever Googled, is this normal? At 3 a.m., 2 a.m., or any time.
Never have I not Googled. Never have I not Googled. जिस दिन I don't Google, Google ही आ जाता है मेरे पास कि आज क्या हुआ तुम्हें? आज तुम्हारी आवाज नहीं सुनाई दी.
Okay, never have I ever eaten a meal with one hand while holding my baby.
No, I have not done this.
Anyone?
Oh, not me, not me.
Okay, we'll take last two then. Okay. Never have I ever sung a lullaby and accidentally made myself sleepy.
Oh, I have not done this either.
Okay. Okay, the last one. Never have I ever taken 20 pictures of the exact same baby expression to get that one perfect one.
What? I have taken 200. You have only taken 20?
Okay, 20 or more. Yes.
200
So
per
it's, I
minute.
think, a big yes from everyone's side. Perfect. So now let's move to something which is more quick. Pariniti, this is rapid fire with
Oh, I
Pariniti.
just knew it. I just knew this was coming. Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
We'll make it as quick and short as possible.
Okay.
One thing that worried you about being pregnant.
One thing that worried me about being pregnant, that will I be able to commit to something every single day for 9 months? Like, what if one day I don't feel like being pregnant? Then what happens on that day? But I was fine. I was fine. I was
think
fine.
very, very perfect and very honest.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing that came to your mind when you saw the two lines.
आप लोग बोलो, मैं तो happiness, what else will you feel? Yeah, like this is too obvious.
Okay. The one thing that scared you when you went to the doctors.
For what?
Of
What did I go for?
For all pregnancy related questions are there.
No, but it can be delivery, it can be anything.
Anything that comes to your mind, it must have scared you when you're visiting your doctor, or you must have felt something.
No such thing.
No?
No.
Okay. The most Googled question when you were pregnant.
Is this normal?
Okay. We all agree to this.
Yeah.
One unsolicited advice you heard when you were pregnant.
Nothing, yeah. No unsolicited advice.
No?
Seriously, I got the best advice. From people, my elders especially. It was lovely.
Okay. One health routine you would never skip.
One
Health routine
health routine I would
you
never
would never
skip.
skip.
Lots of water, lots of sleep.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
One pregnancy symptom that you remember the most. Tick tick 1, tick tick 9, tick tick 9.5.
Tick 1 and 9 straight. ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? What symptom do I remember the most? Nothing, yeah. Not. This is a good question. Let me think.
Okay.
I will.
You can take your
I
time.
will come
We'll come back
to
to
it, I
this in the
swear.
end. Okay.
Yeah, I will come back
All
to
right.
it.
Okay.
It is the mommy brain. You're absolutely right. You're right.
Okay. One word that you would like to erase from your dictionary after motherhood. थोड़ा complicated हो गया.
One word I would like to erase from my dictionary. It's not a word, but I don't have the bandwidth for nonsense anymore.
Okay.
Like anything that is a waste of my time or my energy or anything, I just simply don't engage in it.
No
Like, I
energy
just, like,
sapping, please.
I just move on. I don't have a single second to waste.
Okay. This
Yeah.
one's funny but really cute and we really want to hear it. Who's better at changing diapers, you or your partner?
we compete. We really compete at who's better. And then, like, when he's doing something, anything, not just a diaper, I'll be like giving my inputs. And then if I'm doing something, he's giving inputs, and we both are like, don't you dare.
Who's a better supervisor than I should ask?
We are both supervisors. That is the problem. One supervisor is not being chosen. We both are terrible. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now let's skip to some questions because our audience is also eagerly waiting to ask a few. Okay. So this first question is from the very lovely Debina Bonerjee.
Hi. How are you? You're looking like a posh English lady. Like the diamonds and I'm loving it. Like lace and beauty.
I'm a mom of 2 girls.
There you are.
And yeah, they are obsessed with, what I'm wearing every day to how I do my makeup. So, put up.
You're looking like the queen you are. You really, I swear, I've been looking at you since like I've come. I swear.
So sweet. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So the question is, I'm so glad to know that a fellow mommy also is a fan of ChatGPT. But before the ChatGPT age, just like 2 years back, before you were pregnant, some question which you now find funny that you must have asked your gynecologist on your routine checkup.
I'm going to disappoint you with my answer because, I'm one of those sort of geeky people. Before I go to a doctor, I have researched everything and I am telling the doctor. So I feel, doctor, that I have this. What do you feel? I swear my doctors, not only gynecologist, I could go to a gastro. He will say, "Ruk jao. मैं बताता हूँ, रुक जाओ." Because I will go and start my speech कि मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये तो नहीं है और ये भी नहीं है, ये मुझे लग रहा है, आपको क्या लगता है? तो वो बोलता है मैं कर लूँ टेस्ट, मैं बताऊँ क्या करना है. So I've had actually multiple scoldings from Raghav, from the doctor कि like I behave like a doctor in a doctor's appointment. So there's nothing funny because I feel like मैं सब जानती हूँ. I'm one of those bad patients. So it's and I hate to say this, 99% because of my extensive research, I'm right. So at the end of the appointment, doctor will say, so as you felt, वो ही है, and I'll be like, देखा, मैंने तो पहले ही बोला. So I'm one of, I can't answer your question because I don't find anything that I was like hugely wrong about. I was fine. I was fine. I don't want to sound arrogant at all. This is a weakness in me that I can't.
We are the best researchers.
Yeah.
ये भी वो भी वो भी.
Yeah.
So, being you already researching everything, so you know already कि अच्छा ये symptom अच्छा यही होगा.
यही होगा. And I mean, I really don't want to say that, but again, during the show, I'm meeting so many other moms. I feel like all modern moms are like this. They all are reading, researching, learning, asking the right questions, training themselves, going for the right classes. I'm nothing. I feel like everybody around me is like this. In fact, if I wasn't like this, I would have felt that I'm lagging behind. But I feel like the modern moms have it in control. And I'll tell you a deeper philosophy. A lot of these modern millennial moms, they want to fix the traumas that they have faced in their life.
Right.
And they feel like, this happened to me. Not from their mother, like in life. I want to fix that. I want to fix that. So they are working extra hard for their babies, and that's why they really want to get it right, which is why they are reading so much. This is my faltu ka gyan, but I feel ki that is why everybody is kind of really being able to talk to their doctors, more researched, more learned, and I think it's brilliant because that's how it should be. We are in a modern world, it should be like that.
But I think that's also true because Google has actually made us half doctors, like everyone.
Yeah.
With ChatGPT, it is the end result is
topping the
not
charts
always
with
the same.
ChatGPT.
Yes.
You get different answers.
Yeah, that's
logical
true.
answers.
That's true. That's when you go to the doctor and confirm.
Okay, thank you, Davina. And the next
too
one
funny.
is coming from Winnie Arora.
Yeah. Hi.
So, as you said, you did not get any unwanted advice from any of your family members. So that was
Only
going to
good
be my-
advice. I want to clarify. I got only good advice from. Yeah.
But that was going to be my question. But now my question to you is there anything that has changed in you completely
Yeah.
after you've become a mom? Because I think
Yeah.
a lot of us have, changed 360
Yeah, yeah.
degree, upside
Yeah.
down, everything. So I
Yeah.
want to know from you what changed in you completely that, you weren't before being a mom and now you totally are. Something that you did not agree with earlier and now you
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
agree with.
I hope this comes out right. Please help me if I'm saying it not right. But earlier, I was an extremely patient, forgiving person. Like, people could do whatever, and I'd be like, it's fine, all is well. And now I feel like I don't want to spend a single second on the wrong person, wrong job, wrong party, wrong anything. I just feel like, why should I waste a single second of my life doing anything that doesn't help my baby? It's literally so, there's a clarity that comes in your mind, and it becomes the focus and priority of your life. And now I feel that earlier I wasted so much time on such unimportant things, and it kind of really, brings it all, narrows it down to what really means and matters in your life. I think that's the thing that comes overnight to you, and I'm sure all of you are the same. You just don't have time to waste on anybody else other than, your family. So yeah, that's changed.
So you basically
majorly.
start valuing your time even more.
Of course, because your entire life is about this baby. Why would I waste my baby's time?
Right. Right. Okay, thank you, Winnie. Okay, next one's from Pooja Banerjee.
Hi, Pariniti.
Hi.
Thanks. Firstly, I just want to thank Prega News. The team is like a family to me. Joyda, Gunjan, Abhilasha, everyone. And as you've been saying, you are asking ChatGPT for everything. But
Oh
I'm
God,
sure.
I'm telling you, this is going to be the only headline today.
No,
I'm
I just
so nervous.
नहीं, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि कभी कभार हमें कुछ ऐसा लगता है जो इमोशनल फीलिंग्स जो हम प्रेगनेंसी में फील करते हैं जो पहले कभी फील नहीं किया होता है हमने, तो ऐसा कुछ तो होगा जो कभी लगता है अपनी माँ से पूछ ले.
जी,
तो कभी हैव यू एवर पैनिक्ड और हैव यू एवर कॉल्ड एट ऑड आवर्स, लाइक रात को 4 बजे उठ के माँ को फोन करके कुछ पूछा है या ऐसा कुछ हुआ है?
Yeah. Again, I must clarify. I don't ask emotional questions from ChatGPT. I'm never like, आज मैं उदास हूँ. आओ बातें करें.
No, I mean it can be anything. But होता है ना कि
No, I agree. But I'm so nervous. So these boys at the back, they are writing, and I'm like, what are you writing? So I want to clarify that there is no emotional help from ChatGPT. Emotional help can only come from your family, nobody else.
Yeah.
And I think during this time, your mother becomes the go-to person.
Yes.
In my case, it was my mom and my mom-in-law. And anytime I felt something, it makes you extra nervous.
Right.
You feel like, is everything fine? Is this normal? Is this okay? And your mother is the only one who can handle it, I feel like. In my case, it was my mom, and then it was Raghav number 1, my mom number 2, my mother-in-law also number 2. So I only went to them whenever I would feel any emotion. I would only go to them because, like you said, it gets heightened during pregnancy. You can feel more than it actually is. So yeah, many times it's been totally fine, normal, but you get nervous and like,
Yeah, you
what's
panic
happening?
sometimes.
You panic. You will panic, and that's totally normal. But please don't rely on anybody, especially things like ChatGPT at that moment. Please go only to your parents or your husband or your family. This you will not write. This you guys are not writing. I am telling you, these people are. ये लोग गड़बड़ करने वाले हैं आज.
चैट जीपीटी
It's
से
gone.
सारी बातें
The
नहीं
headline
पता
is-
चलती है वैसे.
Sorry?
चैट जीपीटी विल नॉट टेल यू एवरीथिंग. वो तो एक ओवरऑल ऑफ कोर्स एक
I mean, now that we're having this conversation, we must know that ChatGPT is not your family or your therapist
Yeah.
or your doctor. So it's purely for information
Yeah.
that you're looking
It's just
for.
mental satisfaction, I think. क्योंकि मुझे भी
That's
कभी लगा तो I googled कि ऐसा होता है. Is it normal, as you said?
Yeah.
To check, and it is showing, yeah, it is normal. Then what? Then you can't do anything about it. You have to just experience it.
No, this is when you have to speak to your doctor. Any medical doubt that you have has to be clarified with your doctor, nobody else. Even your family, unless they are gynecologists, should not be in a position to help you
My
out at that
doctors are also
moment.
telling me nothing can be done. You have to
Deal with it.
deal with it.
Enjoy this phase. Just enjoy it. I'm telling you.
Okay, thank you, Pooja.
Thank you.
And please take care. Okay, Kishwar.
Dying to know what she asks. Dying to know.
Hi, congratulations. First,
Listen, I have to tell you first that, I used to watch your show.
Hibe Pure, are you serious? Oh my God, thank you.
In our house, we were not allowed to watch TV.
Wow.
We were a fully academic household कि TV नहीं देखना है. I was only and only allowed to watch that one show.
Oh my God, thank
And I remember, if I'm right, it used to be 6 or 6:30
yeah,
p.m.
around, yeah.
And this is why I remember, because it was that one show I used to watch, and I cannot tell you, I was such a big fan of that show. So, you should know that I'm a fan.
Thank you.
should know.
Means a lot, really.
No,
Thank
really,
you so much.
really. I mean it.
Okay, so on this note, I'm going to ask you a very simple question,
Great.
not complicated like the others.
Okay.
Okay. I think, what is the silliest thing you have cried over during your pregnancy? Because I have a silliest thing that I have cried over.
You go first.
So, I always sleep on my stomach. And the day I realized after like 2 months that, oh my God, now I can't sleep on my stomach anymore, I had howled.
Yeah.
Like my husband has actually shot a video of me where he's laughing at me because of the reason.
Yeah.
And I'm crying like that, And he's like, what happened to you? What's wrong with you? But it was like, I just
I
it was the
feel you.
silliest, Yeah.
You know my answer? It's not the silliest reason. There was no reason. And I was crying. And he was like, why are you crying? And I was like, I don't understand. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling happy, but I'm crying. And he's like, ye kya ho raha hai? I was like, I swear I'm not able to stop. There was no reason.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
So this
but I was
happened to
crying.
me as well, like a lot of times.
Yeah.
Crying without any reason.
But it's great fun because your body is doing things that it's never doing fun. I'm like, I'm really happy, but like I'm crying away.
Yeah.
So but at least you had a reason.
Yes.
I would be happy to have a reason. There was no reason.
But that's also majorly because the hormones are left, right, center, everywhere.
Of course. The reason is the hormone.
I was never that person, who would cry like that so easily. So for me, it was like a shocker. Okay, like, मैं क्यों रो रही हूँ? हाँ, like क्यों हो रहा है ये मेरे साथ? Yeah.
These are such great stories. Like when you look back at them, they're just too good. They're too good.
But thank you so much.
Okay, last but not the least, but thank you, Kishore. And last, Ishita Datta.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi.
So my question is, what was the one thing that you were absolutely obsessed with during your pregnancy? I want to say my answer.
Please.
I was in a major nesting phase where I wanted to organize and get everything in place. And everybody in my house was going crazy that you don't need so many clothes and so many things, And honestly, we needed nothing. But anyways, that was my experience. What was yours?
No, that's a great answer. I think, and it's one of the very fun parts of pregnancy. Like nesting is lovely. Let me think. What was I obsessed with during pregnancy? Interesting. I was really tracking my food a lot. In fact, I feel like I was my fittest at that time. It's changed now more than it had changed then. Let me share that. So at that time, I was obsessed with food and nutrition and, everything. I've never been like that before. So, yeah, that was one. And the other was I was very conscious about, consciously keeping myself happy. I was really obsessed with that. It was like fake it till you make it kind of a thing. Because that was the advice I got from my husband, from my doctor, everybody, that just be happy and remain happy. And I was obsessed with that. And then healthy food.
It's so, when you're saying, I'm just thinking that, of course, I think we all must have done this, eaten the best, tried to be happy, all for the baby. And it's surprising why we can't do that for ourselves later.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. But I think that's the very
what
definition of
motherhood
a
is.
mother. Yeah. I think that's the very definition of being a mother.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm speaking like a veteran. कि माँ होना ऐसा होता है. Anyway.
Thank you so much, Ishita. And now the most awaited opportunity that is, I'm sure everybody wants to get clicked with
no,
the
this is-
Parineeti Chopra. It's time for the photo op. But we'll call people in slots. We'll call you all in slots. And 5 in number so that, we are not like barging the stage. Acha, they told me 5. You won't call 10? Can I have the list, please? Call 10 in. Pooja Banerjee, Debina, Anita Kishwar, Winnie Arora, Ishita Datta, Tanvi Thakur, Sara Arfeen Khan, Amrapali Gupta. Girls, let's have a huge shout out for Prega News. Can we all together say Prega News is good news? We have this drone shots. It's going to be captured. Okay, girls, let's do a huge shout out for Prega News means good news. Let's do it some 3-4 times quickly. Come on. एक और यार, थोड़ी सी और एनर्जी, girls. Come on. Thank you, girlies. Okay, next up we have Dr. Neha Krishna Sharma Payal Gupta, Nishu Singh, Khushbu Singla, Amita Pathak Sachar, Shilpa Kamdar, Ishna Batra, Yuvika Abrol, Aditi Bhatia, Supriya Katyar. Thank you, girls. Thank you. All right, next up we have Madhumita Bisht, Deepika Khatri, Garima Bagga, Mehek Goplani, Shweta Tur, Manpreet Kaur, Hina Sachdeva, Erman Khan, Khushali Gupta, Khushbu Diwan.
एक बार भीड़ से एक बार भीड़ से
Okay, let's avoid taking selfies on stage, please. We'll get ample time for that. Next up we have Abhilasha Jaiswal, Amanpreet Kaur, Radhika Mansal. Guys, let's not make it chaotic. We want opportunities to get lit. Let's move a little behind, please. The grass.
नहीं रे यहाँ से मिल रहा है सोलो चाहिए भाई हटो ज़्यादा लोग। बोलना कि आपके इधर पीछे भी कैमरा अभी रुको, थैंक यू मत बोलो।
Thank you so